everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Lou. If you're new, welcome to my channel. If you guys like what you see, which I know you will, please make sure you press the subscribe button that's down below, as well as the bell notification so you guys are notified every single time that I post a new video. I know you guys see that we're almost at 7K, so please make sure you guys are subscribed to my channel. Also make sure the bell notification is on because I am going to be having another giveaway and you guys don't want to miss out on that, so make sure you guys turn that on. Now, the reason why you guys click on this video, we are going to be talking about all things wig making, and I'm not sure what I'm going to name this title yet, but it's basically going to be the essentials you will need to become a custom wig maker. Now, if you guys didn't know, I do make custom wig units. Now, if you guys didn't know, I do have a small business where I do make custom wig units as well as sell virgin hair. I'll either put in a picture or I'll link it down below if you guys want to just check it out, or follow me if you'd like. But yeah, so I've been doing it for like on and off for a while now, and I have been getting questions recently about, like, you know, things that you need to basically start making your own wigs and stuff. So I decided to just come on here and just make a video and just let you guys know the essentials you will need to basically start making wigs. All right, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna add everything on the screen. I'm probably gonna do a mixture of add it to the screen as well as insert some of like clips and stuff. And I am gonna link everything in the description bar down below so you guys can, you know, click on the links and go directly to purchase any of these things that I'm mentioning right now if you guys would like. But the first thing that you will need is a mannequin head. Now, I think I have a video of me unpackaging one. Because I just bought a brand new one. Now, when you're a wig maker, you are going to need plenty of different size wigs because clearly you are going to be making custom units, and the people's heads vary. But to be honest with you, since this is like, you know, just starting off essential type thing, you really don't need to start off with like having 3 blocks of heads because they are like $35 and up on Amazon. The one that I bought was only for $35, but you don't need to spend all that on there. Honestly, the size where I would say for you to start off with is size 22 because that's the average size of a female's head, and that's the one that I started off with. I really didn't have that much issues. Ew, my head, you guys, I'm sorry, my wig looks so so ugly, but off topic. But now I didn't really have any issues like the times that I did start off with just the one wig. I did have a few people that not complain, but let me know that, oh, it's a little too small or it's a little bit too big. Now, as long as they're able to like fit it, as long as if it's not like they can't fit it at all, I never got any complaints where they're saying they need to return it. No one never asked to return the wig because of that. So I would say a 22 size head is like almost the perfect size for you to start off with for a while until you save up to start buying your other sizes, which I know you guys are going to need. Now, the second thing you're gonna need, which goes along with the wig head, is the wig stand. Now, I'm gonna insert a picture somewhere, but the wig stand is basically what its description is, for you to use the wig head to basically stabilize while you're making your unit. Now, there's plenty of different types of wig stands. I would say the sturdier the better because I ran through a good amount of wig stands, and the first one that I have was very like wonky. It was very wonky, and it didn't have as much support as I needed to. But the one that I am gonna link down below is the one that I currently have right now, and it's very stable, and I haven't had any issues with it yet, and I had it for like months now, and it's holding up pretty well. Now, the third thing you're gonna need is, of course, I'm gonna just put these two together, needle and thread. Now, clearly you're gonna need needle and thread. since you are starting off, I would recommend you start off with using needle and thread, because I know there's this new trend that's going on with having machine weft wigs, but that's like when you're like advanced type stuff, where you already like got down pack the, you know, hand sewing technique, and you just want to move on to the advanced, which is the machine weft. So but right now we're talking about the hand sewing one, and you're gonna need needle and thread. Now you can get this from your beauty supply store, or your beauty supply store, or I think, because I think I got it, did I get it from Walmart before? I would say just get it from your local beauty supply store. And if you don't see it in your local beauty supply store, because I don't know what area you live in, you can just get it on Amazon. Amazon literally has everything. You can buy them separate, or you can do what I do. Basically, when I buy my wig stand, I know you guys seen the video that I had of me unpackaging the wig head. It the ones that I pick, it always comes with needles, and no, it basically always comes with needles, so that's already taken care of. I won't have to worry about ordering any needles. Now the thread, you would have to order the thread separately, but now when it comes to needles, it comes down to your comfortability. Oh, I said that word right. But it comes to your comfort, the word that I said before, because there's different sizes and there's different shapes. There's like L shapes, they're like the small C, there's like the big C. What I personally use is the medium size one, and it's like the C curved one. Now I used all of them before, and that just happened to be my favorite because I'm more comfortable with that one. The big one is way too big, and it's hard for me to actually maneuver with it. And the small one is too small, because sometimes when I have on acrylics, it is harder for me to, like, you know, maneuver with the really small one. So I just always go back to the medium size one. So that's the one that I personally use. I can't tell you to, you know, pick the medium size one, because I won't know if you'll be comfortable with that one. But just know there are different sizes, and the sizes of the needles do vary. Now for the thread, I always make sure that I get the big one, because clearly I make wigs, so I don't want to keep going back and buying the little small one. So I always make sure that I buy the big one, which lasts me like a few months, honestly. So, and that one is like only like $5, and then the smaller ones are like $1 or $2. So I would just recommend you just get the $5 one. Now I lost count of the number that I'm on, but you're gonna also need Tpins. Now these Tpins, hopefully I entered a picture so I can show you guys how it looks like, but it's literally just a Tpin. And this is very important for when you're making wigs, because it basically helps you stabilize the wig cap and everything, and help you, you know, stretch out everything when you're making out the wigs. And even when you're sewing in the weft, this also helps you as well when you're, you know, making the wigs. And those are really cheap. Like I said, you can also get these Tpins with the mannequin head. And the mannequin head that I'm gonna link is gonna have the free Tpin as well as the needle, and it also comes with another how can I call it, another wig stand, but that one is just for tables. It's not an actual stand, if you guys prefer that one. And then now the other thing you're gonna need is a measuring tape. Of course, it's like I'm very iffy about the measuring tape, but I suggest, if you are starting off, since I'm kind of good at eyeballing stuff, but if of course you're starting off, I would highly suggest you get a measuring tape and use that to measure out your wig stand, and make sure you mark up the, like, you know, the standard head. So when you are making the wig, it'll actually, you know, match up with that. And even when you are getting like custom orders and stuff, make your customers, you know, measure out their heads, and then you would be able to use that measuring tape to just, you know, measure out the dimensions you would need on the wig stand. Now the other thing that you're gonna need is, of course, a wig cap. Now a wig cap, of course, you can get in the beauty supply store, or you can get on Amazon, but most of the time I get it from the beauty supply store, because I kind of like getting them in bulk, and especially now it's kind of hard for you to even come across. So when I see that there's like the amount that I need and in the size that I need, I always make sure that I grab like 6 to 10 of them, 6 to 10 every time that I get there, because I know that, especially what's going on right now, is they restock pretty slowly. So I always make sure that I grab like 10 of the wig caps in different sizes. Now the different sizes it does come in is regular, and it comes in extra large. I actually have one right here with me, and this is the one that I personally use. If it can focus. All right, so this is the one that I personally use, and as you guys can see, always pay attention to the bottom side right here where it says mesh. Now this is very important because the mesh, I like using that kind of because it basically helps your clients wigs to be breathable, because there is a dome style one, and the dome, and it's hard for your customers' hair to breathe, and also when they want to itch, it's going to be hard for them to itch. So I always recommend getting the mesh kind, because they'd be able to, like, you know, get a comb and like dig in there, because it's already mesh, so they can stick it through. And if it's like a dome style one, which don't have the little holes to ventilate the wig, it's going to be harder for them, and also it's going to be really hot under there. More of the story is, make sure I would recommend you use a mesh dome wig cap. Now the last two things that I'm going to be telling you, the last two things that I'm going to be talking about is the developer and the, I never really know, is the developer and the bleach. Now let me talk about the bleach real quick. Now this is the kind of bleach that I personally use, and it's basically called Quick Blue. Now when I did start off, I did just use the regular white one, but later on I started realizing this one's a little bit better because of the blue tint that it has in it, and it basically stops your when you are bleaching, you know, your knots or your hair. It helps it to be less brassy. It basically helps it to be less brassy. Any type of color bleach, it helps it. Either the blue or the purple one, it's really good for when you're bleaching your knots and stuff. So I would really recommend this. But if you can't find this in your beauty supply store, don't worry, you can honestly still use the regular white one. Just make sure that you buy a purple shampoo, just to, you know, help out with the brassiness of the knots or whatever you bleach. Now this is the developer that I use, and this is Clairol Professional. Now this really varies, because sometimes I don't always find this at the store. If it can focus. All right, so I don't always find this at the store, honestly, because like I said, of what's going on right now, it's really hard for, you know, people to get in their stocks and stuff. So that's the one that I personally use, and honestly I always get two different volumes. The volumes, as you can see, this one says 30, but normally I would get a 20 and I would get a 30. I would get a 20 and then I would get a 40. Now let me tell you guys why. Now I use the 20 when I'm just doing regular when I'm just bleaching the knots, and the 20 is like it's not the lowest, because the 10 is the lowest, but that one, it just doesn't process too fast, and it basically helps your knots bleach evenly, and it's not too fast, if that makes sense, because you never want to over bleach your knots. So by using the 20, it just helps. It's fast, but it's not too fast where it won't get all your knots. So yeah. And then I use the 40 because that's for because I do bleach hair here and there, and the 40 basically helps speed up the bleaching process. It's more of a faster one, and if you're going for like a lighter look, it's better to have the 40, because it'll save you on time and it'll give you like a brighter result and stuff like that. So But yeah, but honestly, that's literally all that you would need. And basically all these things that I mentioned, like I said, I'll try to link most of them down below, or you can honestly just get it from your beauty supply store. Now, depending on where you are, the names might be different, or you might have different brands, but overall they kind of all do the same thing and stuff like that. But let me know in the comments down below if you guys use any of these things that I mentioned, or if you guys don't use any of the things that I mentioned and you still make wigs and you're still perfectly fine. But if this video was helpful, please make sure you give it a thumbs up, and make sure you guys are subscribed. Like I said, we're almost at 7K, so please make sure you guys are subscribed, and please give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.